If you're in the market for a new luxury SUV, well, stay tuned because this 2019 Cadillac XT4 may be perfect for you. In today's video, I'm going to give you a full review and tour of this car. We're going to talk about the powertrain, some of the exterior and interior features, and compare and contrast some of the different trim levels. So let's get right into the video. Let's start this review off with the first thing you're going to see when you come to the dealership to take a look at the XT4, and that's this gorgeous exterior. Cadillac gave it a very unique design. You can definitely tell they're trying to pander to a younger audience with the XT4, and I think they've done a fantastic job with that as far as the exterior styling goes. All around the car, you're going to get standard LED exterior lighting, so that's the fancy new headlights and the fancy taillights, which have a very cool design. Both of them are very sleek and modern and luxurious, which is really the kind of feel Cadillac wants to give you with this car. Probably my favorite feature on the exterior though is that gorgeous front grille up there. It's available with a few different options here. It's highlighted with some nice satin chrome accents, but if you opt for the sport trim level, then you're going to get a gloss black design around it, and it's just a really cool look from every angle you look at it. Pretty cool and futuristic. Now moving along to this side of the car, you do get a few different options here, starting with 18 or 20-inch rims with a variety of different styles. You can really pick those to really set off the look of this exterior, really help you customize your ride a bit. Also available to customize your ride, again, we've got these trim pieces here in satin chrome and satin chrome door handles. But like I said, if you opt for the sport package, those are going to get changed to gloss black, which is going to look really, really smooth and absolutely fantastic on this car. And topping it all off in the rear of the car, again, we've got those satin chrome accents here on the badges, the XT4 and the 2.0 badges. We're going to get to those in a minute. Again, we've got a fantastic design here with the rear taillights, again, LED, and it's topped off with some dual exhaust tips and a little bit of a spoiler lip here to hide the rear windshield wiper. But that's pretty much everything for the exterior, so now let's hop in and check out some of those interior features. So now you join me inside the faux leather interior of the new XT4, and we've actually moved to a different model altogether. Out there on the front lawn, we were looking at one of the luxury trim levels. This is a sport model, so it comes with all the gloss black trim pieces I was talking about, as well as some fancier LED taillights, and a host of different features here in the interior, such as the sport seats and some really cool carbon fiber trim pieces that actually have red thread woven in with the carbon for a really, really cool look. It's not altogether that sporty, obviously. This is still a luxury car, so it's not going to be fast, but it does give off a little bit of a different personality, and it is pretty cool. But some of the features I'd like to talk about here in the interior include the 8-way power adjustable front driver's seat. This is a very comfortable seat. It is faux leather as standard, but it has a very high quality feel to it. Feels just like real leather, and it's really comfortable as well. I'm surprised with the level of plushiness, if that's a real word, that these seats offer. Very comfortable, and I had the opportunity to check out the back seats as well, and despite the fact that this interior looks very small, you actually do get a decent amount of legroom and headroom back there. And like I said, the interior feels very small. Something about the way that the dashboard curves out towards you, it makes it feel a lot smaller than it really is, but once you're actually sitting in here, even though it feels small, you don't have any issues with legroom or headroom. I'm around 6'2" for reference, and I have plenty of space in any one of the seats. I tried them all out. You also get a standard leather-wrapped driver's steering wheel. Here we see, I believe, the sports steering wheel with these slightly perforated side bolsters. Very comfortable to hold. We've got some paddle shifters back here for the 9-speed automatic transmission. You also get standard dual-zone climate control for the front passengers, so you can decide whether you want to be hot or cold, either seat you're sitting in. Something I'd like to draw your attention to though is this 8-inch infotainment touchscreen. It has a very clean design the way it's set in the dashboard. Obviously can be controlled on the screen itself because it's a touchscreen, or you can use the rotor dial here on the dashboard. That's something a lot of luxury manufacturers are using, and it fits very well into its interior. What I really like about the infotainment screen though is that they put the home button very prominently right in front of it. This is the only button in this section actually, but I think it's perfect that they put it there because that's a button you're going to be using most often, so it's super helpful not to look around on the screen with your hands, but just be able to press it right here when you need it, right next to the steering wheel. In fact, that's just, I don't know why more manufacturers don't do that, because that is perfect right there. And if you're wondering what this little logo next to that button is, that is actually for the Bluetooth connectivity that they offer with this infotainment system. And the only other screen you get in this interior is the small 4.2-inch digital driver display between the two analog style gauges here on the gauge cluster. But you can opt to have that upgraded to an 8-inch full electronic digital gauge cluster, which is something that a lot of manufacturers offer as well. Storage space is fantastic as well. You get a very large center console area here beneath the center armrest. 2 cup holders here on the center console. Little storage area behind that for your phone with some USB ports. Glove box is decent size as well. And finally, in the trunk, this car does have the optional power liftgate I was talking about a minute ago. And you can see there's plenty of space in the trunk as well. So all around, this is a very practical interior. It's a very comfortable interior. It is a very high quality interior. But don't go anywhere because this review is not finished yet. Let's head outside and check out the new powertrain they put in this car. You guys remember that 2.0T badge I was talking about on the exterior of this car? Well, that refers to this. Under the hood, the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Now, across the whole XT4 lineup, this is the only engine offered, but it's really sufficient for the whole lineup because it produces 237 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. That's the same across all the models. It doesn't matter if you get the sport model or the luxury model, they all produce the same amount of horsepower. But it is available with either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive if you're looking for a little bit more off-road performance. But Cadillac really wasn't focused on performance with this powertrain. They're more focused on fuel efficiency, so you should get 24 city and 30 highway MPG. Overall, like I said, there's nothing really exceptional about this powertrain. It's just your average powertrain for your average luxury SUV. Most owners will probably never even pop the hood, and that's perfectly fine. If you're in the market for a new luxury SUV, make sure to check out my other reviews of cars in this segment. I've provided links right there, which you can watch by clicking on them. Also, special thanks to Dimmick Cadillac of Clearwater, Florida for allowing me to review this XT4. I'll provide a link to their inventory below. Make sure to leave this video a thumbs up, comment your thoughts on this car below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and remember to subscribe.